because they have replaced the baby Jesus in a nativity picture with a sausage roll.
Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we're looking at various news stories or newsworthy events that couldn't possibly happen anywhere outside of the UK's borders. Some are considerably unique moments in UK history, but some, for us Brits, are just Tuesdays.
It's a chicken place, so they should have enough chicken. Like, they should be able to store it.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
Number 10. Barnstable Pound World Scam, 2017. Ah, Pound World, how we miss thee. Okay, Poundland still exists, keeping prices for most things at £1 despite inflation. Whilst America has dollar stores, there was something quintessentially British about our Pound World, often populated with older generations, people nipping in, and those who don't do online. But Barnstable's former store was, in 2017, caught up in what was possibly the weirdest, most elaborate prank to hit the southwest. A certain latex-clad rogue notwithstanding. A mother and daughter were promised £3,000 by a charity cold caller if they were ridden like horses around the closed store's aisles. Where were Pound World's staff? There, on the duo's backs, having also been duped by the anonymous caller from, quote, head office into conducting this bizarre team-building exercise. Number 9. London's Great Stink, 1858. London, summer 1858. The sun shined, the heat burned, and the air stank.
The rank, fetid smell, which of course they believed spread the disease, was unendurable. They had a name for it. They called it the Great Stink.
The increasing use of flushing toilets, coupled with outmoding cesspools, meant the Thames notoriously became a dumping ground, pun not intended, for the city's waste. Yes, that type.
Stench could be smelt 60 miles away.
Victorian Londoners were nauseated, and Charles Dickens' Little Dorrit depiction of the river being a deadly sewer wasn't hyperbole. Breathing in the fast-evaporating river water vapours was blamed for spreading cholera, until old and overused sewer pipes were found leaking into the freshwaters, changing mentalities. Thankfully, the smell galvanised funding for Joseph Bazalgette's costly but complete sewer system overhaul.
Bazalgette faced the problem of building a sewerage system beneath the streets of what was then by far the largest city in the world.
Number 8. Spaghetti Harvest Hoax, 1957. As kids, we all heard that British idiom when denied yet another expensive toy. Put it back, money doesn't grow on trees, but paper? Back! Sadly, money isn't grown, unlike apples, pears, bananas, or spaghetti.
Most important of all, it's resulted in an exceptionally heavy spaghetti crop.
Yes, you heard. Spaghetti comes from the branches of Switzerland's spaghetti tree. Okay, we know the Italian wheat-based pasta isn't Swiss fruit, but few might still argue. After all, they heard otherwise, on the news. In 1957, long before spag bol was popular here, BBC's Panorama aired an impeccable exploration of Ticino's spaghetti cultivation.
After picking, the spaghetti is laid out to dry in the warm alpine sun.
Of course, excited viewers were left red-faced when they realised the date, April 1st. But surely some didn't. Poor Gran's convinced Herzl sprout any day now.
There's nothing like real homegrown spaghetti.
Number 7. Greg's Nativity Blunder, 2017. Americans can have McDonald's and Wendy's. We Brits have Greg's. The Geordie Bakery grew to a British institution, and expansion encouraged creativity. Their advent calendar replaced the typical chocolates with vouchers, and each door revealed a classic image with a Greg's twist, replacing the photo's subjects with images of bakes. Okay, but those inexplicably skipping to door 24 discovered the nativity scene, except wise men were gathered around a sausage roll. Not baby Jesus this time.
If you tried this with many other religions, there would be outcry, but I have to say, I laughed until I nearly wept.
People from multiple faiths complained about this apparent disregard for their religious beliefs, but all Greg's could do was apologise. The calendar was already out. Bizarrely, some international news outlets Brits were more offended, even though they'd never seen a pasty. Or, Breitbart, thought Newcastle was in Yorkshire. Number 6. Scotland's monster shark. 1886. Scotland truly is eclectic in nature and culture. It has volcanoes, purple hills, tropical trees, and sharks. But before you cancel the fishing trip, these sharks stay within the warm Gulf waters of the Atlantic, around the Hebrides. Oh, and just in case your mind jumped to that great white variety from that Spielberg film, relax. These prehistoric throwbacks are much bigger. For Scottish fishermen, basking sharks aren't new, and not exactly dangerous. Well, except for the giant one found off the Angus coast, which had 8 rows of teeth. In 1886, it was the subject of an exhibition. People who know their geography will quickly point out that this 31-feet behemoth must have been lost. Dundee is on the east coast. Number 5. KFC loses the F and C and its NOK 2018. Okay, backtrack. We actually love American fast food. Let's be completely honest. In the grand scheme of the culinary world, we don't offer a huge amount. Hey, it's quality over quantity. We defy any non-Brit not to love fish and chips, or a toad in the hole. But we also do love our imports too, which probably explains why, in 2018, the UK practically invaded the United States when KFC, and you may need to sit down for this one, ran out of chicken.
I've had to go to Burger King.
Yes, despite being in the acronym, there was not a fried wing or drumstick to see. Supply issues seem to affect most of the hundreds of stores nationwide, as hangry customers nearly ate each other. The crisis lasted a week, or for chicken lovers, 40 years.
It does seem unbelievable, really, that all the chicken, there's farmers, surely there's enough chickens.
Number 4. The beer flood of 1814. We're not going to incite a transatlantic war of words on ales. So what if British beer is better? Or if American beer even exists? Alas, we jest. But it's no joke that we in the UK do love our beer. And for years there were breweries up and down the country, their distinctive yeast smell lingering in the air. But like many industries of the 19th century, brewing wasn't without peril, and in 1814, a tragic accident befell a London Moore & Co. brewery, claiming the lives of at least 8 people. A 23-foot vat holding 1 million pints of beer broke down, creating an unstoppable, devastating tsunami that raged outside into Tottenham Court Road and Oxford Street. Sadly, as news spread, impoverished residents looted the flooded areas. Number 3. Ghostwatch spooks nation. 1992.
Tonight, television is going ghost hunting in an unprecedented scientific experiment where I hope to show you, for the first time, irrefutable proof that ghosts really do exist.
We've already shown how far the BBC can go with its April Fool's pranks. Plus, the mockumentary style is something the UK does very well. Look at The Office, our version, obviously. Clearly, comedy disguised as real life works well. However, the 1992 one-off Ghostwatch, billed as an event, wasn't funny. In fact, for some, it was downright traumatic. The show, whilst filmed, presented a live ghost hunt, complete with special effects that falls between Paranormal Activity and Most Haunted.
What is that?
But the opaque nature of its promotion, with the BBC deliberately blurring the lines between fiction and reality, led to instances of very real trauma for some young viewers, with one so disturbed that they ended their own life. Number 2. Pretty much every local news story. Various. If we had a quid for every sensationalist story we saw in a local paper, they'd probably put it on the front page. Forget about big news exclusives in the national press. Our local rags are wild. Yes, they cover lots of smaller, less stakes stories, anything to justify people buying it. But we want to read what is essentially a mountain made out of a molehill, thanks to some banging sensationalism. Freddie Starr ate my hamster? So what, son? Croydon Advertiser broke how the toilet curse strikes again. Early customers found boots closed? Crazy. And how many can say they were there when Johnny Depp bought that bath? Get this, in Norwich. Hey, when Brighton and Hove Argus reported moth dies in shed inferno, we wept. Number 1. Big Ben is late to the new year, 1962. And for everyone else, 1963. We know Big Ben isn't the clock. The great bell of the Great Clock of Westminster's iconic chime rings out over London, signifying time, extra special occasions, and, arguably most famously, the new year. Ultimately, it is a machine, though, prone to faults. Mass panic ensued when it got stuck for 30 whole minutes in 2023, forcing people to rely on tiny clocks wrapped around their wrists. Restoration work aside, pre-recorded chimes are only used when Big Ben has planned silencers. Our favourite newsworthy mishap was the literally badly timed 1963 New Year. Britain's big freeze meant heavy snow slowed the mechanism, and poor Westminster revellers and wireless listeners were stuck in 1962 for another 9 minutes. Happy New Year? That was ages ago. Are there any local news stories that caught your eye, but when you read you realised were definitely not as scandalous as you secretly hoped? Sound off in the comments below.
Did you find it a little bit funny though?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo UK and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.